What's going on, Libra? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your reading for the second half of September. We're hopping into the energies of the cards, seeing what messages come out for you so we can give you some clarity moving into October. Thanks for your patience, Libra. This is a little bit late, but we made it, right? And you're up. What was I about to say? This is going to be a general reading. It may not resonate with all of you guys that watch this, but if it does resonate, give me a like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. Like always, I appreciate everybody that does do that. If it doesn't resonate, you can always check out your rising or moon sign or one of the previous readings that I did for Libra. Also, thank you guys for always coming out and showing your love and support. The people that do on the channel means a lot to me. All right, this is going to be your present energy right here, Libra, like we always do it. This will be your main storyline. Get a little picture of that. After that, we're hopping into your futuristic energy over here. These will be your supporting details also on the left side. If you guys don't follow me already on IG, you should follow me. That's at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony, 14 pounds. That'll be in the description of the video, and if you want to book a private reading with me, you can email me about that. All the details about that will be in the description drop down menu also. All right, Libra, let's hop right in. So, crowning your reading, we do have the Queen of Wands clarified by the King of Cups, which is different because both of these cards don't really represent the sign of Libra. This is a fire and water sign, right? But I do feel like you guys are more so taking on a Queen of Wands energy, which is very attractive and magnetic. You guys have very attractive and magnetic personalities anyway, right? But I think you could be dealing with somebody that's taking on the King of Cups energy, right? Or maybe you have your eyes set on them, or this just could be somebody that's in your energy. Maybe they have their eyes set on you, a water sign possibly, but doesn't have to be. But since this is at the crowning of your reading, this has to be a relationship or a love reading because it just comes right out. Now, if you're taking on a Queen of Wands energy, that may be maybe meaning that, like I said, you're trying to attract or manifest this water sign in, or this King of Cups individual. Maybe this is just somebody that you are looking at and you have some feelings towards, or they have some feelings towards you, but you are kind of like the one that brings the passion into this connection. Could be very passionate about this King of Cups. And it's kind of like you're willing to do the work, surrounding this connection. But you could be doing certain things to attract this person in, is what I feel, because the Queen of Wands is a master manifester. So she knows how to position herself. She knows how to really make things come towards her as opposed to having to go towards it. Now, the other person could be somebody that brings in the emotional connection within the relationship or within the connection. They want to have an emotional connection with you. They possibly could be spiritual or very creative with the King of Cups, but it seems like they have a certain level of emotional maturity. But they also could be distracted because the way that this person is looking away and you're looking towards them, but they could have their focus on something else possibly, or just be distracted at the moment. Now, below that, we do have the Seven of Pentacles with the Six of Swords. So maybe this is somebody that has been waiting on you for a while, or you've been waiting on them. Seven of Pentacles talks about impatiently waiting because it's taken so long for something to sprout, something to grow. The seeds that you've planted, the work that you've done already, you're not seeing any return for it, is what it feels like with the Seven of Pentacles. But some of you guys could be moving away from this connection or from this work that you've been doing within the connection because you haven't been seeing growth, right? Six of Swords talks about moving away from a certain mentality or from this waiting, or this connection in general. Now, for some other people, it could be saying that you're moving away from being impatient about a certain connection, maybe with this King of Cups, with his water sign, possibly. And maybe you're just moving away from actually waiting and being in a place where you're waiting on things. Maybe you're doing other things in the meantime while this connection is developing on its own, is what possibly could be happening. Let's get some more information. Now, we do have the Five of Swords, so that is talking about walking away from something because it was like a striving type of energy, a competition, and this definitely could have been a third-party relationship, because we have three people in the Five of Swords card, and there's also the Three of Cups, which can talk about a third party. So maybe you chose to move away from somebody that was kind of like wanting to focus on something else, or maybe they were already involved with someone else, and maybe you were catching the back end of it, or you were just like a third wheel or something like that. I hate talking about third party relationships because they suck. But maybe this person possibly could have had you waiting, or vice versa. Maybe you had them waiting. It all depends. But somebody here, I feel like, was already involved with someone. And it's the Three of Cups here. So there was a third party, like you either being the side person, or you making them the side person, or maybe they were with you and they made somebody else the side person. There was a triangle happening, though. Some type of love triangle with the Three of Cups. And maybe you are the one that's growing impatient about this, and you don't want to wait until this person ends something with someone else. So you could just be moving away from it because you're tired of waiting. Walking away from this third party situation. Now, underneath that, we have the Death card with the Lovers card. So this could be talking about the ending that happened between this love connection. Maybe you guys have a very strong love connection, very soulmate type of energy, even spiritual bond, where it's very deep. The attraction is very, very strong with the Lovers card. But, maybe even though all of that was there, this person was still stuck inside of another relationship, or stuck with someone that they were with before they met you, and were just making you tag along, making you wait, play the waiting game while they were dealing with this other person. And so I'm getting the feeling that a lot of you Libras just put into it, or the timing came in for you to just release this, because the Death card is talking about a death and a rebirth. It's also connecting with that Pisces full moon that we had, that really wrapped up a lot of older karmic connections and cycles, and it really put an end to some things that we no longer needed or no longer served us. So some of you guys could have definitely just chose to dead this connection, even though it's very strong, even though it's the Lovers card. The Lovers can also talk about a decision that you make between two different things. So for some people, maybe this person that's in this third party connection is making a decision between you and someone else, or has made a decision, and this could transform the connection that you guys have together. That's a possibility too, because it's a general reading. There's an infinite set of possibilities. So for some people, I feel like somebody could be making a choice with you, over the other person. And this is transforming the connection that you guys have together, and you could see yourself coming together with them, or having some sort of reunion, because the Three of Cups could also talk about a reunion. And maybe this person chooses to walk away from the other person that was here blocking you guys' connection, and chose to have a certain reunion with you after they have made you wait and put a pause on the connection. Very much possible. So this transformation could be coming in around your connection and talking about how you guys are coming back into union, right? Coming back full force into this attraction and this spiritual bond that you guys have. Because if you're the one that the person is choosing, it's because they have such a stronger connection with you. The other connection that they had with the other person could have just been, a regular type of relationship deal, but then you came along and you kind of caused an end with the other person that they were with. Because I'm feeling that they were kind of already with this person is what I feel. But it's like you kind of set your eyes on them, and you guys both had this strong connection with each other. And so even if somebody, they made you play the waiting game because they were still dealing with the person they were already with, in the end, I feel like they chose to walk away and make a choice in love when it comes down to you, which created a new beginning inside of your connection with them. That's just for some people. The other people is the other scenario where you are just deading this relation and this connection because they can't give up a third party. And so you choose to walk away or move on from waiting. So I see two scenarios happen there. It could be either way. Now we do have the Sun card here, which talks about some type of clarity that comes in, some type of great energy that comes in for you, maybe after a dark time. It creates new opportunities. It also is talking about some healing that has to be done. Because some of you guys could have found yourself in the Four of Cups energy where you were just very closed off and very defensive and, just not letting anybody into your heart because of the pain that maybe was caused. But I do feel like that this is a healing that's taking place with the Sun card. The sun comes in and shine on you, while you were in a place of darkness. And the thing that could have brought that could have been the time that you were just waiting on something to happen and you thought you would get some communication to come in, maybe from this person who was in this third party relationship, but maybe they never came in, so it made you more and more closed off to life in general, maybe. But the sun is coming in to kind of like open up, your heart again, to heal your heart chakra, and to make you open to new love. Because sometimes we can deal with, relationships and connections with people that make us just very closed off to anyone new that could come in. And for a lot of you guys, the death and rebirth of the Lovers card is talking about a brand new cycle of love that's coming in for you because you chose to walk away from someone who was treating you like you were the third person, because you were the third person. So because you chose to end that connection, I feel like there is a new level of love that's coming in for you. You have a new love or a new soulmate that's coming in your direction, where this will actually be a true, deep bond that's reciprocal, that's equal, that's not a third party relationship. Because you chose to give up something that, was not for your highest good. So that created a transformation within you to attract this real love. Right? So the Four of Cups is the energy that you could be coming out of because the sun is here now. The Four of Cups does also talk about not accepting a certain offer. Right? Overlooking something. So for some of you guys, maybe this person wants to come back now and have a reunion with you, but you're not going to accept it because you found your happiness, elsewhere. And you feel like this person doesn't bring you happiness. They only bring you pain. So you're not wanting to open up to them. I feel so many scenarios here, though. On another end, it's like somebody who's been waiting for somebody to get done with a relationship and to open up to you, now they're wanting to open up with this. So it's like a lot going on. And I guess whichever one matches you, you can connect with that message. Sorry if I'm confusing some of you Libras, but I feel like it's a lot of scenarios happening in this general reading. So just take the one that kind of resonates with you more. Let's keep it moving into your future energy. We have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and then the Knight of Swords. So Ten of Wands talks about this karmic completion that we have wrapped up with that Pisces full moon that came in. It was the last full moon of this year, really, because Pisces is the last house. And when we start out, in the next full moon, it'll be in Aries, which is talking about the beginning of a new cycle. So there were major completions that happened around the Pisces full moon, and for you also completed something. And I think it has to do with your love relationships, with your soulmate energies that you've been attracting. And maybe, for a while you were defensive about wrapping up this karmic cycle of older soulmates, or of this older soulmate. For some of you guys, you were defensive because you were waiting to see if this could play out differently, if the person could have a change of heart, if they would ever come around and see you as the one that was valuable over the other person. But I feel like that was very burdensome for you. And you're choosing to drop these burdens now because this karmic cycle is complete. Also, this is talking about another completion, right? Where you were done wrong. This is a cycle of pain and heartbreak and traumatic events that happened maybe inside of love, where you were backstabbed and betrayed by this individual or by other lovers, right? Could have been an air sign possibly that has been doing this. But this is also creating a transformation, and now you're moving forward differently in love. The Page of Swords also talks about a new way of communicating, a new way of socializing, a new way of expressing yourself. Maybe when it comes down to love, you're evolving when it comes down to how you outwardly, communicate your love. Because of the hard lessons that you've learned in the past, you're revamping a way that you approach love and how you look at it, how you view it. Maybe it's more realistic for you now. Maybe, you're going to be communicating a lot more now when it comes down to what you need and what you want out of a relationship, and not settling for second best, not settling for something that you don't want. So this does talk about you speaking up a lot more in love relationships and letting it be known, right, what you're not going to have and what you are going to have. Setting strong and firm boundaries. Maybe this was the lesson of the past that was not happening because your boundaries were not set strong enough. You didn't communicate your boundaries long enough or strong enough. So it caused you pain, but you learned a lot from that. Now, what you're coming into is the Ace of Cups with the Death card. So there is this new emotional offer that is going to be coming, this new emotional fulfillment, this new cycle of love that's coming in for you that talks about you enjoying yourself, right? The pain is not here anymore because you're protecting yourself, and you are protected from these people that will come in and just break your heart. You've learned a lot of strong lessons that will kind of really keep you from that. Plus your heart, I feel like, is strengthened through all these past lessons. So a new opportunity is here, I feel, for love, for emotional fulfillment in general, because of a certain transformation that you had, that you went through. And so that older cycle is definitely closed off. You have the Death card here twice. And I feel like what's next for you is really true love, Libra, because you've dealt with the painful love, and the love that teaches you lessons, and the love that makes you grow up and get out of the illusion of love, and get out of the romanticizing of love. Now you're very level-headed when it comes down to love, and you have realistic expectations about your, you know, your suitors that come in, or the people that, you know, you go after. So yeah, this is what I'm feeling. And what's happening is you're headed full speed away. I feel away from this devil energy, away from maybe this third party connection that you were in, or this low vibrational energy that had to do with love. Maybe you were addicted to love in a certain type of way, or addicted to a certain type of relationship that was no good for you. Right? Maybe you always came across people that didn't treat you the right way, and this is what you've been attracting for a while. But I think you've learned your lesson, right? To see those red flags, to heal yourself first of all, right? Do your shadow work, integrate your shadow, to kind of release yourself from being bound to these type of relationships, these type of karmic relationships that just mean you no good, even though sometimes they feel good and they can be addictive. But in the you know, the scheme of things, they lead you nowhere, right? So I feel like you're headed full speed ahead to this true, real love that you know that you desire and that you deserve, and you have transformed your love life. This is where you're headed to. You also could have somebody coming in to you, which could be this air sign that I was talking about. Maybe you're moving away from a water sign and going towards an air sign, possibly. Doesn't have to be. Or vice versa, right? But I do see air and I do see water here. And possibly fire. Alright, let's wrap it up with your fairy card. We have Princess of Winter. Inquisitive, truthful, realistic, undiplomatic. Wow. Undiplomatic. Information that can help you, but which may... Well, wait, hold on. I know I can read. How do they write that? Information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. An indigo child or adult. So wow, you do have maybe a messenger that's coming in, or some information that comes in for you. I think this is surrounding your love life though, or maybe this person is coming in. Right? Or maybe you're speaking the truth to someone about something that you no longer can do. Maybe that's you guys that are dealing with leaving this relationship that is a third party relationship. But I like this card. If this is how you guys are coming up, that's pretty dope. Like, I like that energy that I'm feeling when it comes down to this image. It feels brand new. It feels like somebody that's been reborn. Right? But I do feel like this is also the type of mentality you're taking on when it comes down to love. Inquisitive, truthful, realistic is the biggest things that kind of stick out to me. Because you want love to be truthful and real. And so you're asking all the right questions. Alright, so we're wrapping up right there. Libra, hopefully that resonated with you guys. And I will be back in October with another reader. Later.